What's up, everybody? We just got done hitting a wonderful back workout. I'm about to go see a buddy of mine, see some friends of mine. We're gonna go get steak. So we're gonna go get ready, and then we're gonna go over some questions and some more English phrases. Today we'll be talking about how to respond to "How are you?" because you guessed it, this is day 2 of boot camp. So we're gonna get ready, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about some things. So let's get into it, guys. What's up, guys? We're back. We're all ready to go. And before I jump into the main part of the video, I do want to go ahead and reply to a few comments. These are not questions. Instead, I noticed 2 comments that I thought were really funny. First off is someone commented, WTF, is this guy 19? I thought he was older than me. His aura/presence is unmatched. That's very flattered, and that gave me a crack. So I just wanted to say thank you to the person that said that. Yeah, you know what? You really amused me, and that was really flattering. You know, you guys are so cool. You guys are so nice. I love reading all your comments, and you guys are just too nice, right? You always compliment me and stuff, and I just appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. And the second one was, I think vlogs have a higher chance of going viral. This content is really valuable, so I hope this channel keeps going for the long term. And yes, I do think vlogs are a huge thing. I'm actually working on vlogs right now. We're going to hopefully upgrade our equipment and be able to make better vlogs, do gym vlogs. Like I said, I'm trying to get a shooting range vlog going, that kind of thing. Just vlogging my everyday life, so that should be really cool. Of course, when I travel, when I come to Japan next year, there should be a lot of vlogs going into that as well, because I'd love to show you the experience of me learning and experiencing the Japanese culture, right? Because yeah, that'd be really cool. So yes, vlogging is something we're definitely going to do in this channel, but at the same time, we're still going to always keep our educational moments and our English teaching undertones for everything. But we will definitely be vlogging. I appreciate the advice. This is great advice. And yeah, you know what? I really hope this channel goes long term too. So thank you once again for saying that. Thank you for commenting. I love your guys' interactions, and just like, honestly guys, like, you guys are too nice. You guys are too awesome. I love all of you. So please keep commenting. Please keep interacting. I love the connection that I can get through these comments with you guys. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to jump into the video. So we're going to go over ways to say "How are you?" or more specifically, no, sorry, not ways to say "How are you?" Ways to reply to "How are you?" but more specifically, how to reply to "How are you?" in what context you should reply with what, and how to not sound cliche. Because see, with "How are you?" it's a simple phrase, but the big thing that we're going for this is how to not sound cliche and say like the normal everyday responses that everybody hears and people are going to think twice about it, you know? So first off, if you're asked "How are you?" just, you know, a little backstory. You're asked "How are you?" just like on the street, like you walk up to your barista or whoever's taking your order. They ask you "How are you?" That generally they just want a quick response. This is just once again a conversation starter. They do not really care. So they're just being nice. So most people, the proper response would be "Good. How are you?" They'd be like, "Good. What's your order?" So on and so forth. So in that context, "How are you?" is super dry, super cliche, but at the same time, you're not really trying to make a genuine connection with the person taking your order. You're just trying to get them their order and go. It's just a way to be nice. So at that point, yes, you would say something cliche like "Good, good, you," and so on and so forth. But if someone like your buddy or your friends asks you "How are you?" or "Are you doing okay?" that's when it's like, okay, like, especially if it's like right after something bad or you're acting weird, that would be when you actually give them like the full dichotomy of what is wrong. Or if something is wrong, "Yeah, I'm doing okay, you know, my dog died, blah, 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 blah," that kind of thing. You would give them an actual answer. You would actually explain yourself. So that's kind of like different context. It really depends on the context of what you say. I mean, of like when the phrase is asked. But at the same time, last video, we went over ways to say "How are you?" differently, that, you know, are more specific, less cliche. And now we're going to go over a few other ways to reply to "How are you?" that are not so specific, that are more specific, less cliche. So, for example, if someone asks me "What's up?" a cliche reply would be something like "Nothing, you," but you can always switch it up. So, like, in certain contexts, of course, if someone asks you "What's up?" you can just give them an honest answer. "Oh man, I'm working on homework. Oh man, I'm doing this." "What's up?" would be a phrase that is more specifically to ask not really how you're doing, but what you're doing, if that makes sense. So that's when you would say, or sup, you know, what up. Those ways ask what you're doing. So that's those contexts where you would then say what you were doing. So a way to reply to that would be like, hey, whatever I'm doing right now. So, hey, I'm recording a video. What's up, bro? I'm recording a video. That's how I would reply, because it's what I'm doing at that second. Whereas, like I said, how are you? They're asking more like how you're doing personally. Another phrase would be if someone said like, you good, right? And the cliche response would be like, yeah, I'm good, right? A way to say that better, more smoothly, more slangy would be like, nah, I'm chilling. So it means the same thing, sounds more smooth. It kind of fits in. It's a little bit more of like it's not a classy response, but at the same time, it's like a natural, normal English speaking response. You're talking to your friends every day, nah, I'm chilling. If you're doing good, I'm chilling. Or you could say like, yeah, man, I'm beat. If you're not doing so good, you know, something like that. It's just ways to, you know, make it sound less cliche and dead. Because conversations that go like that, where it's like, you good? And they're like, yeah, I'm good. It always feels dry and it feels dead, you know, when everyone says the same cliche responses. So that's a way that you can speak, you know, that's another phrase, nah, I'm chilling. It's a way you could reply to make it sound more natural, more smooth, you know, and it's more slangy, you know. This is a big thing we teach on the channel, is how to talk in slang. For other phrases, let me pull this up actually real quick. And then, if someone asks, what's the move? So I don't remember if we went over this last time or not, but what's the move would mean like, that's like, what are we doing next? So say you're hanging out with friends, they're like, what's the move? What are we going to do? We're going to see a movie. We're going to go see something like, we're going to go bowling, whatever. So the way you would reply to that would just be whatever you were going to be doing. You straight, I mean, that one's pretty straightforward. You could reply to that just saying, yeah, I'm straight. I'm good. I'm chilling. Or you could say, no, I'm not doing so good. Nah, man, you know, me and my girlfriend, we broke up, something like that. You know, that's a way you could say that you were good without, you know, just saying I'm good. Because like I said, saying I'm good is just such a cliche thing to say. It's just so overused here in English. So if you hear people will say things like nothing, you, like all the time, it's just, you know, don't be one of those people, you know. That's a common thing said in English, but it doesn't leave room for conversation, you know. So especially unless you're like talking to someone who's like taking your order or helping you out, I would really encourage you guys to actually give honest answers. And the best way to give an honest answer is just to say what you're doing, right? So how are you doing? Say how you are. What's up? Say what you're actually up to. You know, what's happening? Say what you guys are doing. It's that simple. But yep, that was the video. It's not quite as informative as the last one, but this next one will be really informative. Day 3, we got a good one in store for you guys, so make sure you stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe, and please interact in the comment section, because I love to see those comments. I love to reply to them. I love to talk to you guys. But yeah, I will see you in the next one. Peace. I'm gonna go get me some steak.